my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. And welcome to a daily reading vlog. Yes, we're going to give this a try. Not promising that these will be out every day, but let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can sustain, not that I can sustain doing these, because actually, this is the great thing now, is that I am now at the new office for work. So I now work literally 5 minutes from home. So it is fantastic. I don't have to leave the house until like 8:45 if I wanted to, and I'm home by like 5:15. It is fantastic. I am getting back 2 hours of my day every day, and I'm so happy, and I'm loving being back at work. Being back at work has been fantastic. I'm still just getting into it. I really like my new office. The office itself is a little older, but it's clean, and that's the most important thing. I have a nice setup. I have my very own office with a door, so that's great. There's only 4 of us actually in the office at any given time, so, that's great as well. I do kind of miss the big office, though. Like, I miss all of the people, but this is going to work out just fine, so, And yeah, so I haven't really talked to you guys in a number of days. It is Sunday, by the way. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you. I had to say it because everybody else is saying it. But yeah, so how has my week gone? It has not been terribly interesting other than going to work. So I worked on Monday, Tuesday. I was off on Wednesday because I had to do blood work. And then on Thursday, I went into the new office. It was my first day in the new office. And unfortunately, I didn't have a computer. So the IT guy hadn't been by yet. So I messaged my manager at the head office, and I'm like, is so-and-so coming by today? And so she got back to me about lunchtime, and she's like, yeah, he's coming later this afternoon, but if you've got nothing to do, just go home. Like, I was literally sitting there with nothing to do. Without a computer, what am I supposed to do? So I unintentionally had Thursday off as well. I mean, I worked 3 hours. I did a meeting. They had a Teams meeting for all of us on Teams, and I just brought it up on my phone. So I did that. So I was able to participate in that, which was good. But yeah, so that was that. The other thing is I did talk to one of the members of my transplant team on Tuesday. We went over some new medication. They've changed up some of my medication a little bit. What else is new, right? But she's really happy that I'm actually back to work. She said because they found that statistically, those transplant recipients and things like that who go back to work or who start to get back to a more normal life as earlier, like when they feel like they can, like they wouldn't never push anybody, but when they feel like they can, tend to do better in the long run. Because, if you get into the habit of, just sitting and not doing anything. And, there are some people who have decided not to go back to work who are very, very active, who are like active in the community and they volunteer and they do all these things. So they're still being active and doing things. But the fear is that they don't want you to become complacent and then just sitting around all the time. Does that make sense? So with getting back to doing something, statistically going forward, you're going to be doing a lot better, which is great. So yeah, so she was really happy. I'm really happy. And yeah, it's nice to get up and have something to do every day. And coming up, sorry if you can hear Presley in the background, he's got the sniffles. We have the window open just a little bit here to let some of the fresh air in. It's been lovely. But yeah, so I'm just relaxing today. It's after 1 o'clock already. I meant to start this vlog a little bit earlier, but that didn't happen. We went and did some grocery shopping. I had to pick up a few things for lunch for work. Bless you, Presley. And now that we're home, I'm going to sit and relax, do some reading. I've already done some reading this morning, but I'm going to do a bit more. So what am I currently reading? Now, let me share that with you guys. So let me grab the book. I'm currently reading Gone for Gouda by Karina Moss. I am almost done this. So close to having it done. I've been listening to this on audio and reading it, like kind of going back and forth depending on the situation. When I was at work on Friday, I had this and I spent an hour listening to it on audio while I was doing some knitting on my lunch break. Whether I do that every day, I don't know. But yeah, so I was enjoying that. But I am going to probably finish it with my eyeballs this afternoon. I do want to finish this today because I went to the library yesterday to pick up a single book. The Hazel Bly book by Ashley Herring Blake. And I ended up walking out with 4 books. These things happen. I don't ask for it. They just jump into your bag. And it's the library, so it's not like it's costing me anything. So they came home with me. And one of them is getting read next because I have to read it next. And I'll hopefully share that with you guys in this vlog. But I'm not going to share it yet until I pick it up. So I'm reading this one right now. I'm really enjoying it. Second in the Cheese Shop mystery series. Very enjoyable. And my current Harlequin book, category romance book, if you will, is Her Lawman Protector by Patricia Johns. I'm about 35% of the way through this one, and I am enjoying it. It is about a woman who is being investigated by the police because of some unscrupulous activity that her ex-husband is doing. And the man who's investigating her is actually a colleague of her husband. I shouldn't say friend, a colleague of her ex-husband. And he doesn't want to believe that she's like involved, but it's like all signs are pointing to the fact that she was involved in this scheme that her ex-husband was doing. And so he's kind of undercover saying that he's protecting her when he's in reality investigating her. So yeah, but I am enjoying it so far. It's a heartwarming book. So yay. Anyway, guys, that's it. There are reading sprints over on Tiffany's channel this afternoon starting at 4 o'clock. Garrett and I are doing pizza for dinner tonight, which is exciting. We have a free pizza from Pizza Pizza because I have the app, and when you buy so many, you get one for free. So we like pizza from there, so I have a free pizza for dinner tonight. So free always tastes delicious. But yeah, I will check in with you guys later. Bye, everybody. It is reading and snack time, so we are picking up Gone for Gouda by Karina Moss and enjoying a smile cookie. The last day of these cookies for Tim Hortons. The proceeds for these cookies, they came out for like a whole week. It's just a chocolate chip cookie with icing on it. But all the proceeds or whatever go to the Tim Hortons Children's Charities, which do a lot of great things, including camps for underprivileged, not just underprivileged, but special needs children as well. So yeah, so I'm enjoying my little afternoon snack. Please ignore the pile of books in the corner, but someone you haven't seen in a while, a Missy. She's in a bit of a mood. She wants to play. She's poised to play. I'm asking for trouble. Missy Moo Moo. I see that face. Oh, you're so pretty. See the tail going? Yep. She's in a feisty mood, this one, and she is. Feisty mood. Don't bite. Don't bite. Hello, my friends. It is about 8 o'clock at night, and I just finished doing reading sprints over on Tiffany's channel, The Beach Bum Bookworm. And yeah, so thought I'd come in with the final clip of the vlog. So basically, since last time I really talked to you guys, we had dinner. We had pizza for dinner tonight. It was a bit of a lazy night tonight. We were going to do pizza last night because it was Saturday, which is the norm. But Garrett wasn't feeling that well, and I thought, well, I didn't want to waste pizza on a night that he's not feeling well. So we just kind of had like dinner in. He had Kraft macaroni and cheese, and I had soup. So it was a pretty easy night last night. So tonight we got pizza, which was great. I also got a Slurpee. I went to 7-Eleven and I got a Slurpee, so I'm enjoying that. A lot of sugar right before bed, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I was doing sprints over on Tiffany's channel, and the good news is, you guys, is I finished a book. I finished reading Gone for Gouda by Karina Moss. So I like this. I gave it 4 stars. This is the second book in the Cheese Shop mystery series. So in this book, there is a very famous food influencer, if you will. It sounds like she was on like one of those television shows that like cooking, not celebrity cooking shows, but like something like Hell's Kitchen or something like that. And then she became very famous, and she was kind of a bit of a diva. She had some outbursts and things like that. And then she went vegan, and now she's well known for being this vegan food influencer, excuse me. So Willa's Cheese Shop, Willa's our female lead, our lead in this story, is going to be, her shop's going to be selling the cheese, this vegan cheese that Phoebe, she's the influencer, that her cookbook is kind of promoting, right? And then Phoebe ends up getting killed. After some pictures surface of her eating barbecue, which isn't vegan. So yeah, so then the whole thing is that the young man Archie, who works in Willa's store, is kind of being looked at for her murder because he was the last one to see to see Phoebe alive. So so Willa's trying to clear his name, basically. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I gave it 4 stars. This is a fun series. It's definitely enjoyable. Now, I did go back and forth on this one in terms of it being on audio. And that was mainly because, depending on, what I was doing at the time, was I, at work on Friday, I think I mentioned that I listened to this on audio while I was doing some knitting. And then most of the rest of it, I actually read this physical edition. I have to say, this book only goes, I think it's the first 3 books that are on audio, and then the next 3 are not on audio. I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of the audiobook. I don't like the voices of some of the other characters. Like, for example, there's a character, Roman, who works at this meadery across the way from Willa's cheese shop, and I don't like his voice in these books. So that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a huge fan of the audio, but these are really, really enjoyable books. I like them. So yeah, 4 stars on that one. The next one I'm going to start. I haven't started it yet, but I do plan on starting it before I go to bed, because that was my goal for today, is that I wanted to start this book. I picked this one up at the library yesterday. So I think like I mentioned in an earlier clip, I took some books back, a couple books back to the library, and then I was looking for a copy of Hazel Bly and the Great Blue Sea, I think, by Ashley Herring Blake, because I don't have a copy of it, but I want to read it in May, for middle grade May, and it was like a long wait from the Toronto Public Library, so I wanted to find a physical copy of it. So I went to one of the local branches of my library, and they didn't have it, but they had this book by the same author, by Ashley Herring Blake, and I picked up off the shelf, and I'm like, oh, this looks good, and it's called The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James. It's a middle grade book, looks adorable, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what this is about. So I opened up the front cover, and I just have to read you this little opening bit here on the inside front cover, and it says, I can hear the beep, beep, beep of my heart monitor. My heart. No, not mine. Someone else's. So this story is about a girl named Sunny St. James who has a heart transplant. And she decides that she's going to live her new life, which I think is fantastic. And there's things that she wants to do. She wants to do amazing things that she could never do before. She wants to find a new best friend, and it says she wants to find a boy and kiss him. But of course, this is Ashley Herring Blake, and if you don't know Ashley Herring Blake as an author, she writes a lot of sapphic books. And in this one, she meets this best friend, and a girl, and decides that maybe she'd like to kiss her instead of a boy. So I think it's also going to be along with this whole transplant type story, it's going to be a coming of age story of, yeah, I just think it sounds delightful. So I am really looking forward to it. And it's a middle grade, so it should read relatively quickly. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. Now, I did have a credit on Audible, and I did buy this on Audible. So it might be another one where I'm going to do both, listen to it and read it at the same time. You know what I mean? Depending on the situation. Again, tomorrow, if I decide to do some knitting on my lunch break, I might pop in the audio of this. But other than that, I'm probably just going to read it with my eyeballs. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting this one. So I will hopefully be able to update you guys a bit on this one tomorrow. But that is really all for reading. So I thought I'd show you guys my sock, because that's what I've been working on. I'm going to pick up a different knitting project for next week, because I've got 3 knitting projects on the go. I've got my sock for me that I'm knitting, the sock for me. I'm knitting those mini socks for that that craft sale for the hospital in November. I'm going to make into Christmas ornaments to donate to the craft sale so they can sell them for charity, basically. And I'm also working on a sweater. So next week, I think I'm going to pick up the sweater next week for something different to do. But anyway, these are the socks that I am working on. So yeah, this is the second sock. So this is the leg. I've got the leg done, and I actually put the heel in during the week. So yay on that. So now I'm just working on the foot. When this is done, or when this is close to being done, I'm actually going to post a poll on my YouTube channel to get you guys to vote on my next yarn. So I'm going to show you 3 different pictures of 3 different yarns that I have, and let you guys pick the next yarn for my next pair of socks. So that'll probably be in a couple of weeks or so. So we shall see. But anyway, guys, that is it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. And hopefully you will see another one of these tomorrow. So yay. Talk to you then, everybody. Take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.